So thank you. I'm going to take you through every area of the directory that's currently available. If you've got any feedback, once I finish showing the directory, I would love your feedback. Or if after the fact you think, oh, that would be great to have this feature and you didn't want to bring it up at a meeting today, just send me an email or LinkedIn or whatever you prefer, so that we can see if that can be implemented, because it's highly customizable. It's all designed to make it as user-friendly for you as possible. But before I show you the directory, I'll tell you how that came about. I'm an insurance broker. I've had my own business for nearly 17 years to date. And what I find myself doing is connecting people all day long. And I love that. I love collaborating. I love connecting. I love helping people in business, making sure that if you need somebody and I know of that great person, great professional, I can introduce you to them. So about 6 or 7 months ago, I thought, wow, that would be great to have a directory. It's not a group where you have regular events and meetings, but it's a directory. And if you need a great professional, you'll be able to go in. And because we only let in professionals that either I know or one of my contacts knows of, they're vetted professionals. So you're not going to get somebody that's going to tarnish your reputation or not be helpful to you or your clients. So with that in mind, directory was born, but it's a work in progress. At the moment, we've got about 120 active members, and it's growing. That's simply from me just putting a few posts out there on LinkedIn. So I haven't even started the marketing. And once I get enough feedback and enough functionalities are going to be amended, we're going to do a lot of marketing to bring more professionals in, but we're going to take them through a process to make sure that they're good professionals so that you can network, find referral partners, and refer business to good people out there all around Australia and possibly the world. Okay, so I'm going to take you through a few areas. I'll start off with the home page, which you've all seen. It's pretty nice and simple. It's got a video of a lovely lady that just talks about what the networking directory is all about. It's got a few, icebreakers that you can read that can be quite helpful. It shows a list of professionals that we prefer to have on our platform, but that list is not conclusive. I have added other categories as per request, so there's a lot more than listed on that list, and soon enough we'll update that as well. And here's the area. If you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, please do so by just going into join newsletter or putting your details here to subscribe, because I'll be writing a lot of tips and tricks on how to network, how to refer business, how to receive referrals, how to interact with your referral partners, and it's all going to be super helpful. So this is the home page. It's nice and simple. I'm going to come back to the start networking, and I'm just going to jump into acceptance criteria. When you have time, have a good read, because it talks about the type of professionals we accept and the community guidelines. The main focus for me is to make sure that the directory is full of positive people that can inspire each other, that can help each other, educate each other. I don't want any negativity. I don't want any disappointments. So if you do have, for some reason, a bad experience with somebody, please reach out, let me know, because I will only know if somebody tells me. But so far, we're getting really good positive feedback. If you need to send somebody a link to join the directory, you can just send them the link of directory and they can join here or from the home page. Quite easy and simple to do so. I've got some tips here, and we're constantly going to update this area on how to win and how to network better. There's a video there that's been recorded on how to use the platform as well. So if you ever forget, you can refer here, and we'll be putting other videos on as well to help you with your networking experience on a directory. You can also send us a message if you've got any feedback and you don't want to email me, for example, or give me a call. Quite happy for you to just send a message. It'll come straight directly to myself. We've also at the bottom here on the footer we've got leave a suggestion. So that's another area that you can use for leaving a suggestion, because you might come up with a great idea that we haven't thought of, and I would really appreciate that. We've got a little area here on how it works. This is going to be updated shortly, so it's going to have a lot more details there on how it works. But the base of it is you search for members, you compare different members if they're from the same profession by reading their profiles, and then you connect with these members. So nice and simple. I'm going to go over to start networking. To me, that's my most favorite area of the platform, because that's where all the professionals are listed, each and every profile. Recently, we've added a new feature, and that's filter by newest members. And that was based on feedback, because a lot of members say to me, well, now it's 100 plus members. It's really difficult to keep scrolling and looking for those that I probably haven't connected with. So how do I do that? Well, it's pretty easy. You just filter by newest members. You just literally click on it, and it comes up with the ones that have been added most recently. And then you can interact with them. Okay, so, and then you can just go back to start networking, and it'll come back to the whole of directory. You can also filter by using this side by profession that you're looking for. So for example, if you're looking for an insurance broker, you just do that. And I suggest that you just you get rid of the location, and you can leave just open for the entire Australia, for example, and you go search now. Hopefully that will work. It's going to fail on me. And then you'll see anyone that has selected in their profile that they're involved with insurance. And that could be general insurance, life insurance. So if they've indicated it in their profile, that's where they would come up. You can search by name as well. So there's a few functionalities there on how you can find those that you may be looking for. So for example, if you were looking for an insurance broker and you have come up to my profile and you're interested to have some interaction, all you do is you just click on that profile. Once that profile opens up, you'll be able to see a phone number, so you can give that member a call. You also can see where they're located, whether it's New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, or anywhere else. And you can see what other members that member is connected with. So I'm connected with quite a few. Some might be connected with just a few that they focus their referral arrangements with. Here you'll find other contact details and social proofs, which I think are quite important. So I've only got Facebook and LinkedIn at the moment. Others can have Twitter, they can have TikTok, they can have Instagram, Facebook, any social proof platforms. So I highly encourage you, if you haven't updated your profiles, please do so, because people want to know where else they can find you, who else interacts with you. On my profile, as you can see, I've got the location, because this is where my office is. And if you want to know where I am, or you want to come and say hello if you're in Sydney, it's easy for you to find the location. That function also is done in the way that if you don't want to show your location, you can silence your location, because some of you may work from home, so you don't want to put your home address, and I totally understand that. So that's fine. You don't have to display the location. You can also see details of when my business was established, hours of operation, and anything else that I have included in my profile. So the profile is only as good as the information that you have input in there. So I highly encourage you to update your profile, and try to update it regularly, because that's really good for your SEO. And I'll show you how to update it a little bit later on. So you can look at some of the specialities, and also, I don't know if you knew that, but you can get others that you have done work with to do a review for you and rate your services. And I think that's the best feature that you can have for your profile, because then if I'm looking for somebody, I want to know that other people have used their services, how they rated them, what reviews they have indicated on the platform. And perhaps I'll give Jackie a call, because she's given a review for this profile, and I'll find out what her experience was like. Do I need to know anything in specific? And is it going to be helpful for me? And I think it will be most helpful. If you want to write a review, it's pretty easy. You just click on the button, write a review, and you just write the review and you rate that profile. So that's nice and simple. What I'm also going to show you, if I go to the newest members, and for example, you have not connected with that member previously, all you do is you request connection. That member will get an email saying that you've requested to be connected with them. Once they accept it, you can then start sending a message to them. So I'm connected with Darren, so I can send Darren a message. I can write whatever I like, and Darren will see it in his profile. So he'll get a notification by email to say there's a message on the platform and the networking group directory. Darren will jump on it to the directory. He can read the message and he can also respond to you. The system is a little bit sensitive. If you're going to put any URLs, sometimes it doesn't let you. If that happens, let me know. But it's designed to just have a quick message. Basically, it's designed for you to organize for a meeting with the other profile that you're interested with and have a one-on-one on Zoom or other platforms. So you can either click on the profile again, you can view the listing by going view listing, you can send a message, and you can also interact with the profile by other means, by giving them a call, for example, or finding them on LinkedIn, Facebook, and saying, hey, I've noticed we are part of the same networking group directory. Do you want to have a one-on-one? So that's how the profiles are set up. Just a little bit of sort of background work. The more you interact with others on a platform, the higher your profile will rank. So you can see myself, I've interacted with a lot of profiles, so that's why I'm up the top, not for any other reason. Others making a lot of connections as well, and that's how their profile ranks really high. So I highly encourage you to stay as active as possible on the platform, so then you can also rank high, and that means your visibility will be a lot better to those that come into the platform. If you're not a member of the networking group directory, unfortunately, you can't see who is currently a member. You've actually got to create a profile to then start interacting, connecting, messaging, and seeing other profiles. We've done it by design because we want to encourage people to join, obviously, if they're good professionals. So then the network grows, and then there's more people to get referrals from and also send referrals to. So now I'm going to go to quite an important area, and that's your dashboard. Because a lot of people say to me, okay, I've got this great profile. How do I amend it? What do I do? So when you go to your picture and your name at the top, and you just click this arrow, you just need to go into dashboard. And it will take you to your dashboard. And this is your area to do lots of wonderful things here. For example, you can manage your profile. You can just update your contact details, update your photo. Lots of us, like to update photos quite often. Update your listing details. For example, you might be a business coach and all of a sudden you started doing other services for clients and you want to update your listing to add those services. This is where you go. You just simply click on it, and that's where you update your services. Update your slogan or anything else that you seem necessary. So you just go to manage profile and update it. You come to the end, save and continue, and it'll be nice and simple for you to see those updates straight away. So that's quite an important area. I'll just go back to the dashboard. Also, just very recently, probably about a week or two ago, we've added new features where you can do personal introductions. That's the area. So I've got no personal introductions, but if somebody did introduce somebody to me, this is where it would appear. So look out for those things because that's where a lot of the information will pop up when you get to the platform. If I've got any pending connections, that's where it would come up. So if somebody send me a connection request, I can go in, accept it or decline it. If you don't seem to be interested in connecting with a certain member, by all means, it's completely up to you. But I highly encourage you to connect with as many members as possible. You can have your referral list there. You can start networking, so just taking you to other pages that I've already shown you, but just through easy networking tools. And you can also invite your contacts. So a few people that already quite active members on a platform said, hey, I've got a great network. I like to add them to the directory. I want to invite them. So we've created this area where you can invite your contacts to the platform. At the end of the day, we're allowing you to use the platform completely for free. So help us to promote that. That would be very much appreciated. And that's where you go, just to your dashboard when it loads. I clicked on the wrong thing. That's all right. And you invite your contacts. And at the end of the day, you know, you want to interact with people you know and those that you don't. And that's a great way to invite others. You can manage your account from here. You can message support. You can make a suggestion again. You can message me through here as well. And this is a new feature that I'm going to talk about now. This was only implemented this morning, so we're still doing some testing and some background work on it. But basically, we've created a notice board because I've been getting a lot of requests from members saying, can you promote my book? Can you promote my course now that you've got a great group of people that you can interact with? Can you promote my face-to-face event? Yes, absolutely. So we've created a notice board that will be going to all the members every time there's a new notice updated. And you can have 3 sizes for that. You can have a big banner, a medium size banner, and a small banner. It will be at cost, but the cost is quite minimal. So I'll run you through the cost very quickly. The big banner is $330 for a month. The medium banner is $220 and a small banner is $110 for 30 days. And then if you want to keep it on for longer, we can work out a package for you to keep it on longer and obviously make it competitive for you. So these backends we're working on today with the developers just to make it all run smoothly. But essentially, you'll be able to create your own marketing there. And that's the best way because you know, we all have some service or product to promote, so you'll be able to promote it here. There's no pay-per-click, no pay-per-impression, there's no games. Your banner will display for everyone to see, and on our homepage, it's going to run as well. So even people that are not members of the platform, when we promote the platform, will be able to see your marketing and advertisement. Later on, we'll also look for other ways to promote it to more extended communities that we collaborate with. It's simple, it's easy to use, and I guarantee that you'll get a lot of return on investment from this. Also, what we've done here is just some posts for you to be educated and learn. So we've done the personal introduction feature, and it talks about how to personally introduce yourself to other people, and it runs you through a step-by-step. So I highly encourage you in your own time, have a look and learn how to do it. We've also included some virtual networking secrets, and we'll constantly be updating that so that you can learn. I'm all about educating those that I interact with and helping them to have much stronger and better businesses every single day. So great area, lots to read. Meeting etiquette, which is, you know, virtual is a little bit different to face-to-face. So I've put a lot of tips there. Have a read. Hopefully you'll be able to get a point or two that will help you in your business. And the power of business networking for small business. I believe networking is the best way of advertising. So if you're not networking, or if you're not networking enough, you're missing out on huge opportunities. And I highly encourage you to network with as many professionals as you can, because it's a proven record. In my business, for example, my entire business is based on referrals. And I only generate those referrals from constantly being out there and networking. Now I'm going to take you to a very exciting section of the platform. And this is called events. And that's where our joint venture, our collaboration, our, great friendly business relationship with Bobby comes in, because Bobby is the sole advertiser on virtual events on the platform. And he's got a number of events and he constantly keeps updating those. So if you're looking to network and you're not part of Bobby's Business Club just yet, I highly encourage you, jump onto this section quite often, have a look what new events are coming up. And Bobby will be able to also tell you more about that in a minute. And register, come, enjoy the networking and learning, because I believe Bobby's Business Club is all about education and helping members to grow in their business. For example, I've got a session on the 19th of the 10th when I'll be talking about insurance. Highly encourage you, join us. I'd love to share my insurance knowledge with you, and hopefully that's going to help you in your business. But now I'm going to hand you over to Bobby so that he can tell you more about Bobby's Business Club, and then I can take any questions that you've got thereafter.
Thanks, Polina. I really enjoyed the improvements that you've made through that. So it's pretty good. Can you still share the screen again so I can just go through the events? That'd be great. Before I start, though, does anyone have any questions for Polina around the networking directory? Before I start, you can obviously also reach out to her later on if you want to. Just let you know it's very small again, Polina.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. It's
because I'm on a fancy, fancy screens. Yeah.
Is it better?
No, a bit more. Keep going. Smaller. It's gone smaller.
Oh, it's gone smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
A little bit, a bit bigger. I can't.
Yeah. 1 second. 1 second.
Polina, we're seeing your entire screen across rather than just that window.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So.
Okay. Here we go. Let me do this. Is that better?
It's still like really thin, so it's like literally just the size of your screen. And we'll do though. We'll just go from that one. Do that one. We can work it from there. It's fine. So as you can see on the events page there, we have different types of events. The ones where you can see a picture of the person, like you can see Polina and her logo. We do something a bit unique within Bobby's Business Club. We don't have a 10-minute presentation in the events that we have. We try to keep the events to 1 hour and keep that purely networking and talking about business. But these events, we allow our members to come on board, and we have two chat show events, we call them. Chat show 1 is where we interview, say, Polina and Phil, and they're about to do their 1 hour presentation. We record that for them. We ask them questions and we record it. And then all those interview questions are about their 1 hour presentation that's going to happen normally 4 weeks after that first event. The next event that we have, which is what Polina's got coming up, we allow people to come and watch, and you can register for that event, but we also record both of those events. And what we do then is we take away that content. We then make TikToks out of it. We make Reels. We make Facebook posts, LinkedIn posts, and we brand it as Bobby's Business Club, but also as IIA or whatever the other business is. And what that allows us to do is use the content that you provide us to push people not only to Bobby's Business Club, also to your business. So we know that a lot of people don't really like making content, and so we can do that for you. We have a social media team that breaks all this content down. We make, like I say, TikToks out of it and all these posts. We make quotes out of it. So if you went onto our TikTok page, I'll put all the links in the chat in a moment. You'll see Carmel, you're going to see Sarah, you're going to see Phil, all talking about their expertise, quotes from them, what they're talking about. TikTok's about 2 minutes of just pure genius, and it's a really cool way for us to use your content for you, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's all part of being a member of Bobby's Business Club. Another thing that we do that's very unique is we don't do 45-second pitches. We bring people online. Like I said before, the meetings are about an hour, and we give you between 5 and 10 minutes to talk about your business. And I would say 90% of the people who come on first go, there's no way I can do that. I can't talk for that long. And it sometimes to stop people talking about their business. But it's a really cool way to open more conversations, more past that 45-second pitch. After networking for so long over the last couple of years, going to a lot of networking events, I found that, yes, 45-second pitches were great, but only if you were good at doing them. And so many times I would leave a meeting and go, I still don't know what that person does. We've even had people turn up to our networking event who have been networking together for a long time, and they turn around to each other and go, I didn't know you did that. Because they spoke more, it's more of a conversation. There's more questions that we can ask, and people on the screen can ask questions about, to that person as well. And it opens up more conversations around, who you're targeting at the moment, where are you seeing, business being done? Is it in the finance world? Is it in this world? So everybody on the screen who's joined the meeting can then determine whether that could be a good target market for them. And so it is a business club in the sense of we want to be able to create conversations around what we're doing, be that, hey, I'm having a great time, or hey, I'm having a bad time. We've even had people come on and go, hey, can I just share my 10-minute presentation that I'm going to do next week? Yep, it's your time. You can come and do what you want. I remember Zach coming on board, and he started to show us what he did, and I then signed up to Zach's business because of the recruitment side of it. I think we had Amanda on the screen. I think you had a one-to-one with her, so it can really open up a lot more conversation. So as for the networking events, they happen on a Tuesday. 1 week it's in the morning or late morning at 11 o'clock Brisbane time. And then in the afternoon, the following Tuesday is 2 o'clock. It's only 1 hour. You make great connections. It's all about having a conversation. And we always want to give you more time back. So we keep it to 1 hour. We give you more time to talk. We give you more time to present. So when you come and do your presentation, in theory, you've got up to 50 minutes to do a presentation. And so it means you can do a more relaxed presentation rather than trying to squeeze everything into 10 minutes. We do it so you can just talk about what you want to talk about, present what you want to talk about. We've had Carmel come on with the Proven Group. She did a Q&A where we got people to ask questions, and we asked them questions around HR. We've had people come on and just do their 10-minute presentation because that's how they felt comfortable. But we've also had, last week we had Phil Strati come on. I don't know if you know Phil, but he took about 45 minutes because he took his time for his presentation, which meant he'd get more points across. He was talking about cybersecurity, which is obviously a bit of a crazy subject at the moment. But because of that, he could actually explain in more detail why it's important to protect yourself online. So if you're interested in learning more, obviously I'm here for you guys. We can have a catch up. You can come along to a couple of events for free. And then after that, there is a payment due after that. We also do something called LinkedIn posting parties, and they're quite successful. They are, at the moment, we do them in the LinkedIn chat, which is pretty cool, which means you can just get on with doing what you need to do as well. It doesn't take any of your time up. But how this works is you come online, you come into the chat with a post ready to go. So let's say it's Wednesday at 2:30 Brisbane time. You come into the chat, you post your post on your LinkedIn. It has to be a new post, and then you put that post into the chat. Then everybody who's registered for that event will then see that post. They will read it. They will then like and share it. This is everything we do is about networking. If it's the 1 hour presentations, or if it's the chat shows that we do, or the LinkedIn posting parties, it's all about connecting people. It's all about understanding the other people within the network. And so you sit there, you read that person's post, you understand that person and that business even more because you're reading a post. Then you like and share and comment on it, and then that tricks the algorithm of LinkedIn to go, oh, this post is really interesting, and then pushes it out to more people. About 3 weeks ago, we had a lady come on board. She was a guest, so guests can still come along, and she got 9,000 views on her post. Some people go, oh, yeah, it's not about the views, it's about the comments and the likes. Well, if 9,000 people saw my post for, hey, I've got a special offer, I am really happy with that. And it takes you no time at all. And the good thing about it is that you then network, you're learning about more people's businesses, you're reading those posts, you're really getting to know that person, and then reach out and have a one-to-one. Like I say, we're all about giving back time to you guys. I'm going to shut up because I want to get back to networking. You know where I am if you need me. Feel free to come along to some events. And for those of you who are looking for the events, you can go onto the onto the networking directory, click on events, and you can register from there. I'd highly recommend you register from here, not from Eventbrite. Eventbrite is, for a user point of view, from my side of view, it's very difficult to manage. The good thing about how we set up the events on the directory is we do use Zoom as the registration. So you can come in, click on the event. If you can just click on more details there on the underneath on that one, yeah, great. And you can actually then register for one, two. Well, this one is only one event, but let's say it was a networking event which happens every other week. You can register for every event with one click. So you don't have to keep going back in and registering, which you would have to do on Eventbrite. And then what happens is Zoom will send you the calendar invite. If you registered for 1 event or 10 events, it would put that invite into your calendar with the Zoom link. And it's a lot easier for me to communicate with you. It's a lot easier for both parties. It's still not perfect. There's always pros and cons to everything, unless you've got a bit of money and you want to create your own event booking website. I think I've got enough going on in my world than creating another business. So I think it's a great way of doing it, and obviously we're always trying to improve. Every event you can see has a video on it with my wonderful face, just explaining to you a bit more about what happens in the event. Best way to learn is just come along and have a look. And it's really relaxed. We just have a laugh sometimes. It's just talking about business and how you help people. But that's enough about me. If anyone's got any questions, we can take it offline. You know where I am if you need me. And let's get on to meeting some new people, because I know